Hi Aquarius, welcome to your why reading for August 5th through September 4th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Little Light of Mind. Very cute name. Much love and support to her, and hopefully you get a chance to stop by, check her out, show her some love as well if you like what she has to say. This is intended for a romantic love reading, but it could resonate in other areas of your life, such as family or friends or job, work, career, that sort of thing, as far as whatever your why is. All right, so hopefully this answers it, or it's confirmation. Gives you a starting point nonetheless. All right, Aquarius, what is your why? What is your why, Aquarius? All right, so we got 5 of Pentacles, Lovers, 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. Can you see that? Do I need to go up further? Okay, we're good. Here, no, that's the Emperor. Queen of Cups, Justice, and the Ace of Pentacles. So we got Gemini, Taurus, or Libra, Aries, Cancerian, could be Pisces or Scorpio also. All right, so let's see here. 4, 8, 6. So are we in a holding period, or is your person hoping that you will contact them again, or are you hoping to contact your person again? All right. Could be that there's an issue of fairness, or someone not saying they're sorry, or just acknowledging, being fair about things and being willing to say they're sorry, to work on things, to acknowledge there's issues. It could be, let's dig a little deeper here. All right. So what's this? I think this person wants to work on things with you, but all right. What's this Lovers about? What's the Lovers about for Aquarius? Okay, fairness. Yeah. Fairness and equality and just reciprocity, being in it like they are. This very well could be them wishing that there would have been a stronger commitment, or that things weren't so one-sided, that, that it involved work, right? So they're wanting more reciprocity in the relationship, more give and take. What's this 8 of Pentacles about? And it's about that choice too, like basically, not basically, it's never that simple, is it? The give and take, the choosing, and being committed, so that it's just a natural occurrence, that partnership. And that's kind of ideal, is it making it out to be rather grand and ideal, but just the inherent, it really feels like they felt like they weren't prioritized or chosen, or the effort was not made. All right, so we have the 4 of Swords here with the 8 of Pentacles. What's this 5 of Cups about? The Emperor. We see that here. Wow. What's this Emperor about? What's this Justice about? So it's looking like, Aquarius, that there wasn't an offer of love coming, and that would have done a lot for them, as far as giving them the stability and the assurance and the consistency and connectivity that they needed. And they feel like after this experience with you and whatnot, they have a lot to kind of unpack and deal with and work on, and they just would rather be by themselves. But they also feel like it's appropriate to do so. Like they need to figure a few things out. They want to take a breather from being in a relationship, because there are other things that they have to sort out. So a part of it is their own life, Aquarius, and part of it is after having had this commitment and this reciprocity issue with you. Like, it's not just you, it's something else is going on in their life, because this is about someone needing to feel like they're self-sufficient, and that they're there's just something else going on. There's two things going on. One of them's you, and they're wanting to take a break from the relationship just to concentrate on work, but they're also feeling like, okay, this was kind of like a reminder of what they still need to work on as far as relationships. Not that they're a horrible human being or anything like that, but there were some buttons pushed, and they've got a lot going on. So there's the need to, all right, let's trim away, you know, I need to work, so I gotta kind of put the relationship business on hold, and that I'll deal with when I can. But they really would have liked the connection. There's some disappointment there. They really would have liked the the connection. They don't like feeling the disconnect. And there could be an element too of control. Again, there's an issue of control here. We got the Emperor twice, but it's also about this person. It feels like this person, Aquarius, needs like a safe place to land. Like, they are looking for something to, not that they're digging or anything like that, but there's a lot going on for them. Seriously, there's a lot going on for whoever the Aquarians and your person is I'm reading for, and they really would have liked to, they have gone through it with you. They saw you as somebody solid and trustworthy, and they're also needing that. So perhaps you're thinking, well, you know what, you made me out to be more than I am, and that could be, but they really were hoping that you could have been that rock, or that you would have faced a few things with them, and that it could have been. So on the one hand, it's like, okay, this person's got a lot going on, but they wanted more give and take from you. Is that they wanted support through a difficult issue? Maybe that's why you broke up, because you Aquarius were like, you know what, I don't want to have to be that. Like, I don't want it to be that intense and that busy and that big. I don't want to go there emotionally or in a relationship. Like, it's too heavy for me. So that very well could be. But this person's definitely feeling like, all right, I need to trim a few things from my life, and the relationship is one of them, because it was just a matter of reciprocity and support and equality and prioritizing them, because they were kind of, they weren't needy. It's just that they had a lot going on, and they really wanted somebody in their corner, somebody that could be supportive and they could bounce ideas off of and provide that stability and that wise counsel and that almost like parental protection in a way. Okay. They did need, there was a lot of balance that was needed for them. Instead of control, they wanted balance, and they wanted equal sharing. So that was probably the main thing, that aside from it not making it official and not getting a love offer or, you know, getting a commitment, they also wanted that, well, not also, that would have been what would have balanced things out for them. In their mind, they're looking at the lack of commitment, the lack of an offer for that as a big deal, because they really needed that connection and support right now. What's this? What's this Queen of Cups about? What's this Ace of Pentacles? So, oh, sorry. Oh, hey, I've seen the flicker of the blinds here. I didn't realize that was coming in. Sorry. Does it help if I do this? No, shutting up. Oh, that doesn't help at all. All right, okay. This is High Priestess. This is Pisces or Cancer. This could be Cancerian. I didn't realize. I guess I can. I'll see if I can minimize that somehow. Not really. Okay, all right. Maybe for the next video. Sorry about that. Hope it's not too much of a distraction. Okay, so we have Queen of Cups and High Priestess, and then we've got the Ace of Pentacles here. What's this Ace of Pentacles about? Temperance. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, this is someone who is kind of withdrawing to work on things as well as process things emotionally. They really, they recognize that it's not just this lack of connection and reliability with you and reciprocity, and it's that they've got a lot going on in their own life as well, and they are kind of in need of support. So I think they might recognize that they're kind of asking a lot of those close to them and around them, and they're willing to take a look at that. They don't like feeling the disconnect. Maybe you don't either. We've got the Five of Pentacles here. So, but I think they might have been asking a bit too much of you, and I think they're also taking a look at that. Like, I don't think that's lost on them. I just think that because of their need right now, it's kind of like, you know what, I don't care. Can you just be there? Can you just give me what I need? So they would do well, and both of you, as a matter of fact, we were talking about both of you, to take a breather, to take some time to just have balance restored in their life, however that is possible. But they need some perspective, and I know that that's easier said than done. It's just that instead of, we've got the High Priestess here and the Temperance, and that needs to be going within to find balance and perspective and taking a look at what and why, versus going without or looking outward to everybody around you and situations around you and trying to get from that what you need, because that's fleeting. It'll work for now, but you know, so there's something that this person needs to deal with, because we've got healing and we've got needing to go inward to process emotions, and there's a need for balance here that they need to attend to. They really do. And you no disrespect to your person, Aquarius, but you kind of need a break from the need. And I think they're realizing that because you're not the only one that was affected by their need or whatever they're asking, whatever they were asking for. So it looks like they're wanting to take a beat, take a minute to kind of sort some things out and to think about things. It's not lost on them how they've behaved or what they're asking, but they are really needing to just kind of pull back and get some perspective as well, and to get, like I said earlier, a safe place to land. They just need to, hopefully, if they can, things need to calm down for them. I feel like, though, they're that way because things are not calm, because things are not stable, because there's been some issues. And this, very superficially, this could not be emotional. This could just be, you know, your person wanted more financial support from you than you were willing to give. But I'm not reading about that. I mean, that is very well possible. But what I'm addressing here is the emotional. And I feel like this is more about you two restoring balance in each of your lives. You because of what you've gone through with that person, and your person because they need things to calm down and be stable and predictable and consistent. And they need to find a way to do that for themselves. They can't keep looking and asking of others to do that for them. It's got to be something they somehow cultivate, and I know easier said than done, from themselves and their own, well, connecting to source basically, and sorting out their emotions. Whatever's got going on is coming to a head, and they need to address it. If it hasn't yet, it's coming. We don't have the Tower here, but it's coming. So they can't keep trying to get outward things to address it. They've got to stop, be still, go inward, connect to source. And maybe, I hate to say go on a walk down memory lane, but we got the Emperor twice here, and this is about this. One of the things the Emperor could be is a therapist, a doctor, a lawyer, or, you know, somebody that provides balance and stability through advice and how to, and what kind of taking a paternal or maternal role and walking you through how to do something and help you sort things out. So, you know, stability and control and structure. So it feels like that might have been where the misstep was in this relationship, that they were looking for you to be that, instead of kind of addressing that part of their life with somebody who's kind of qualified to address those issues, and then they could leave that there and only have that be, you know what I mean? But just, it feels like there's a lot going on with them, and their issue, the why with you, was because they felt like there was no stability and the offer wasn't coming, and they wanted more reciprocity, more give and take, more support, more attention. All right, what else for Aquarius? What did the person say to Aquarius? Interesting. Would you reject me? Because they're feeling the disconnect, and they're upset that there was no commitment, or that there wasn't, things weren't progressing. There was some, they wanted more stability. And it looks like, wow. You know, it's funny because it looks like someone's waiting around for you to commit, right? That's just the kind of the very simple version of this. But there's also that other part that perhaps they're causing the instability because they're afraid of rejection. So if there's constant chaos and there's a lack of balance and lack of stability, even though they're kind of pinning it on you and saying, well, we, you know, there's no stability in our lives, why won't you this and that, whatever. At the same time, if things were, oh, sorry, the camera shut off there, and should be up and running again. Anyway, at the same time, if there was stability, I think that would be troublesome also, because I think there's just a profound insecurity, or something is affecting them that they need to sort out, that has nothing really to do with you and the love offer. At the end of the day, it's not just about that. That's only part of it, but there's something else going on that is affecting. And right now they can hang it on the fact that there wasn't stability, there wasn't a commitment, somebody wasn't willing to make the commitment or make the choice and to be, you know, equal give and take. So, but if you take that away, there's still going to be that instability for them. And so they really do need to deal with it. Okay. Because it's, and other people in their life would probably say that as well, that, not that they're gossiping certainly, but just that, you know, this person is going through a lot and they just need to sort a few things out. They've been asking of the other people around them just as much. This is someone that feels like they need their friends, they need, instead of things just being a choice for them. What else for Aquarius? What's for Aquarius? Yeah. Where am I going to put this? All right. That's the Devil. So this is about something from their past, like I said, affecting things. You two have been here before. They need to sort this out. They need, and it starts with boundaries, which it looks like you have decided to set some boundaries, because it's just, you just can't. You can't be your partner can't be your therapist, you know? And it looks like whatever this is, both of you need to restore balance in your life. You because you're tired and exhausted and you can't make heads or tails of this, and them because they've got to address whatever it is that's holding them back and keeping them recycling this toxicity. What else for Aquarius? Do they still want the connection with you? Yes. Do you still want it with them? That remains to be seen. Hello. Remains to be seen, because I think you're worn out, honestly. I feel like you're not really that mad that you two aren't together. I think you're going to be, well, I think you might feel relieved that you're getting some perspective and balance, and not that they're a bad person, but you just, it's almost like I can't help. I don't know what to do. This is making me crazy. It's getting in the way of everything. What else for Aquarius? Growth. Okay. Again, stability and connection and whatnot, and you two weren't growing as a couple because of the drama. This is what literally, this is like the antithesis to growth, because this is what holds you back. I mean, this is toxicity. You can't grow as a couple. You're chained to something. You're held hostage. You're held back. You're oppressed. And then here we have growth, the need for growth. So hopefully you two in your separate corners for now, you know, whether or not you're going to reunite and whatnot, but being in your separate corners for now, hopefully that will provide the stability and the new beginning and the growth cycle that is needed here, so that you can get some perspective, so that both of you can get some perspective. All right, what else for Aquarius? Good gracious, there's the Emperor again. Okay, so the Emperor and the Nine of Swords. Ouch. Been here before with this person. This is an issue that you're just, it's kind of taken its toll, and it was to the point where you just couldn't take anymore. Their stress became your stress, and you're just really feeling like, you know what, I need to be by myself and unto myself, and only have to worry about, worry about myself and my own. I need to restore order. Order and control and structure and stability is more important than connection for me right now, because that's been kind of a minefield. And, yeah, so good. I mean, not good, but you need some time for yourself. You need to take this time because you are stressed the you-know-what out, and it's good that you're apart so that you can restore some balance and you can kind of heal from this, because it feels like there was just like this weight that has been lifted. Then now that there's this parting, you need a break. So take it. Hopefully it's a quiet month for you, and you do get that healing and that balance restored back in your life. Things are just, hopefully can slow down and be quiet for you. Okay, Aquarius, I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you for stopping by. Take care.